Butter is a mystery to a lot of people. People who are on a strict budget tend to go for the cheapest butter they can buy. And then people who have a few more coins in their pocket tend to go for European butter because they've been told it's better. It's European, so it must be better, and it has a higher fat content, they are told. But it is my humble opinion that this should not be the thing that makes the decision for you. I tend to use the lowest quality of butter out there on the market, and that's Walmart butter. Walmart butter clocks in at 80% fat. As an aside, notice that we have salted and unsalted butter here. I use salted in all of my baked goods, even when the recipe calls for unsalted. There's a lot more standardization brand to brand and batch to batch these days in American butter manufacturing. If the recipe calls for a certain amount of salt, you may choose to omit about a quarter of a teaspoon of salt per stick of butter that you use that is salted in the recipe. I also want you to notice that it said sweet cream butter. We'll come back to that in a moment. Now, some of our European style butters are President, Kerrygold, and Plugra. These are significantly more expensive than Walmart butters, but if you were shopping in a Publix, notice that Plugra this week is buy one, get one free. So for $4.49, you can get 16 ounces of this European butter, $4.49. And that is opposed to $4.79 for 16 ounces of Walmart butter. So if you're at Walmart between now and Wednesday, January 8, 2025, you should be buying the Plugra butter. You're getting, better butter. But how much better is it really? Plugra is 82% butterfat. Would it surprise you to know that Walmart butter is 80% butterfat? So when it's not on sale, are you really ready to pay that much more for that 2% extra? To my mind, it's not worth it. Here is something I bet you haven't thought about with butter. Why are most butters labeled sweet cream butter? It's to differentiate between sweet cream butter, which is this gold pack of Kerrygold, pasteurized cream, salt, and milk, and this one, which is pasteurized cream, skim milk, and cultured. Or, in other words, instead of sweet cream butter, it is soured cream butter. So they didn't put sweet cream into the mix, they put soured cream. Now that is going to be the thing that makes a much bigger difference in your baked goods. Especially if you're making something where the butter flavor is the star, like a butter cake or butter cookies. Now, the good news is you can simulate that with cheaper butter. If you're making a butter cake, try adding 1 teaspoon of sour cream for every 1 stick of softened butter. If your recipe calls for beating the sugar and the butter together, wait until you've well creamed your butter and sugar, and then when you add your liquids like milk or something, at that time also add your room temperature teaspoon of sour cream, and then you will somewhat approximate the taste that you would get with soured cream or cultured butter. I think your main takeaway from this is that it is perfectly fine to buy the cheap butter. There's no justification for that extra tiny bit of quality to pay so much more, unless it's on sale, than buy the Plugra like today.